Apologies for the delay. I was waiting for a spot at the pillars here. Parking was all full. So for those interested, Dubjet is also running and the camera feed is there too, should you so wish it. I did observe the focus messing about there, so I'm after locking it down. So last night the forecast was showing significant gusts for the afternoon. The current forecast doesn't have them, but yet we have the gusts, so who knows. Look at you, come on, light it up, light it up. Nil by light up. Sean, Sue, Adrian, Don, Scary, who else? Sheila. So you can see this crosswind is affecting them. I was listening to ATC on the way. We're seeing up to 25, 26 knot gusts. I initially set up with the bigger camera, but the wind was just catching it way too much, so I've had to drop down. May, welcome back. Who else is there? Chile, Luke, Mr. Nobody. Congratulations on the release of your second film.
Airport.
Extra yellow for Ruby. Qatar 14 minutes out. Displaced threshold due 140 again, hence why I've renamed the stream. I honestly, looking at the forecast this morning, was cringing because I had crosswinds and crazy landing picture, and I was like, if the forecast says that's not happening, I'm not leaving it like that. So I changed it, and then I get here and it is like that. Can't win. Sad news, no retro today. Oh well. Wet woes on a west day. Obviously being midday, the sun is directly opposite us. That'll move and we'll see these a little bit clearer. It's the landings we want though. Richard, welcome. Carrick, when I got here, there was a queue of cars parked here and I wasn't able to park. So I jumped on and pushed the time just in case. And in typical fashion, about 5 minutes after doing that, spot came up. So I was able to get in and get set up. With these midday starts, pillars here do have people parked at them, enjoying their lunch, watching planes. Can't give out. I don't own them yet. One lottery win away from owning the pillars. So the microphone is sitting out, but I have the wind filter on it. Let me know whether it needs moving. By the looks of things, it might do. Technically early if the scheduled time was 12:30, but shush. Semantics.
Rescue 17 from runway 16, center runway 28 left, the traffic on 511. From runway 16 center 28 left, and north the traffic and listening out for 7. Sherman 3 Golf Mike, continue approach, quick runway inspection in progress. Roger. Sierra 5 on Sierra. Sierra 5 on Sierra, Ryanair,
afternoon to you.
To it left, Shamrock 3 Golf Mike. Left 17, thanks for that. Hold short to it left, Bram 118. Hold short to it left and back to ground. Before I leave you, it's dry. Thank you very much, appreciate it. Sorry, go straight down to Victor Kilo Sierra, checking in on the highways to it left. Tango 7, Victor Kilo Sierra, they'll continue approach, shorter number 1 with 200 degrees, 1 4 knots. Continue approach, number 1, Tango 7, Victor Kilo Sierra. Charlie, how far south are you going?
Peter, afternoon. May, today's schedule has over 700 flights. That's probably one of the busiest days of the week after Friday, Monday and Friday during the winter schedule. However, the week before Christmas, I imagine we'll be in the 700s most days.
Number 7,
We did get the wave. I just about seen it. Welcome.
Tango Kilo Sierra, vacate first right Sierra 5 and right on Sierra. Vacate first right Sierra 5 and right on Sierra 6 Kilo Sierra.
Just zipping up my jacket because with that noise you keep hearing is my zip hitting off things. Don't want that. Oh, look at you. Thank you for posing for the close-up.
Something 1157, we'll continue approach number 2, wind 210 degrees to 10 knots, maximum 20 knots. Copy, approach copy standard 1157.
The chat on Dubtrack is currently closed just because I can't monitor both at once, and just so those are aware, I don't be in there the whole time, so don't be getting upset if I'm not replying. The whole point of it is It's basically an extension of the Lurkers Lounge.
Fuel ahead 720, Sierra 5, then right on Sierra. Sierra 5 on Sierra 1.
John, welcome.
Traffic 1157, wind 210 degrees, 13 knots, traffic 28 back. There's the man. There's the land from here to 8, that's down to 1157.
Planey McPlane face. A perfect example of why you should never let the public name your aircraft.
Steven 830 Delta, Dublin, warning, continue approach, number 2, wind 210 degrees at 14 knots. Let's continue on the left.
So the next 48 hours or so here at Dublin Airport will obviously be rather challenging for pilots. We're going to have very strong crosswind element with no crosswind runway. I swear to God this fella only comes out when I'm live. Look. There can't be that much hedging that needs cutting 24/7. OMG. So May, similar to I think a couple of the UK councils, they put it out for a public vote to name the plane. Vueling did the same for that one, and that's what resulted. It has been named. Woohoo! Storm Bram. No, sure, we're beyond that, aren't we?
5 right there, 30 Delta.
So, obviously, tomorrow is a storm. I'll be here. Thursday, potentially a storm. I'll be here. Busy week. Now, I'm going to be rude and ignore the BA just because Qatar is close. I've basically told Ruth that I'm camping here for the week. Keep me spot at the pillars, sleep in the van, all good. knee rub. It's gonna do it. Yeah, it's gonna do it. Welcome. OMG, yep, we're down to Dash 9 Dreamliners for the winter. Seymour, welcome. Ready to get hypnotized? No clue if they wave. I can't see. You probably can't either. John, it was only ever for the summer. Be interesting to see. They have added extra flights. So Emirates, Etihad and Qatar have added extra flights for the winter schedule. So they're actually operating more than they did during the summer. Jay, welcome. Let's have a quick look actually. Had we been an hour or two earlier, we would have got Big Jet flying overhead on AA56 on the way back from Miami. Don't know whether you seen Hurry's box post with Big Jet Jerry yesterday. Obviously Hurry being a Miami home base. OMG. So LATAM have said they won't commit to starting a route until there's certainty around the passenger cap. So even though it's not enforceable, they're saying the risk it could pose if suddenly it was enforced, they want to wait until it's gone completely. David, how do?
05 for RTO, unit. 7812, wind 210 degrees, 14 knots, runway 28 left. To left, right at 8 buses. What was the noise today? Ryanair 240 Bravo, continue approach, number 1, wind 210 degrees, 13 knots. Okay, the approach, Ryanair 7812, okay, 05, taxi right, yes. 05 right, 0, Ryanair 7812.
Did I see, Jilly, just before I went live, there was an aircraft reporting their landing gear was stuck down? Is that maybe what that is? I have seen it, yes, and I was given out about it because there's no A340 included. Like, for something that has provided the backbone of their fleet for so long, you would think they'd paint one of the 340s as well. Light bearer, thank you very much after gifting 10 memberships. We've got Super Bong coming. Heads up. We also have an ARPer. Don't know what that does. Let's find out.
765 Yankee, hello. Continue approach number 2, wind 220 degrees, 11 knots. Continue number 2, Jefferson 65 Yankee.
So, Jilly's not looking forward to Thursday. Stormy conditions and landing in Dublin. It'd be grand, Jilly. Be great if I could give you a microphone in advance and we could hear the screams from here as you're landing. Chris, welcome. I didn't set the ARPer one, no, sorry. I've been feeling a little off, so. That could be misconstrued so well. Oh my god. Yeah, anyway, moving swiftly on. Haven't seen Adrian in 2 weeks, so not true. Graham, afternoon. Between getting sent pictures from at John Walton PP beside the pool and then feeling a little off, it's all gone horribly wrong.
Known entry approved, not about 2,000 feet inbound for the Pigeon House chimney and then Palmerstown for west. QNH is 9er, effective, welcome. 2,000 Pigeon from Palmerstown for west, clear up again. Now the main on everyone.
Just turned the engines on at the last second there, see them? Richard, thank you. Richard, after gifting a membership.
Question number 1 now, wind 21 degrees at 16. Tempo 65 Yankee, 04, right Sierra.
So planes are starting to divert from Edinburgh. We could end up seeing one or two.
Ryanair 51 X-ray Victor, wind 21 degrees, 16 knots, runway 28 left, clear to land. Good left, clear to land. This 477 Lima Dublin, continue approach to number 2, wind 21 degrees, 16 knots. Tempo 65 Yankee, contact Bram 1218. Contact 18, Tempo 65 Yankee, thanks.
KL74, runway blocked possibly. I did see a post, like I said, about an aircraft over Edinburgh that was reporting their gear, landing gear, stuck down. Caroline, hello. So I don't know whether it's anything to do with that. If you are on X, good channel to follow. Flight Emergency tweets a lot of stuff happening over UK, Ireland, Europe, etc. Thought John was on board. They've gone for Sierra 4. So Tony said British Airways plane had hydraulic failure and had gear stuck. Plane is still on the runway. Sunbeds around the pool are more comfortable than the Jet 2 seats. Hope you enjoyed it, John. Deserved a little break for yourself. Mark, welcome. So, crosswind element here, still going fairly strong. Let's see, can we get a socky? The sock down there. There it is there. There's our crosswind element behind the Ryanair. We also, at 1340, will get displaced threshold. We all saw last week the chaos that caused in low vis. Won't have that problem today, but the crosswind should make it interesting.
Qatar Gemstone 53 Sierra, fully established ILS from 19
Looks like a
Gemstone
Swookie.
53 Sierra, Dublin, continue approach, shortest number 1, wind 210 degrees at 10 knots, maximum 20 knots.
So still gusting 20.
53 Sierra.
So GEUII is the aircraft blocking the runway in Edinburgh. Sheila, enjoy that. Wookie denied. You think that plane has it all, but it doesn't. Now you're going to have to rewind to see why I said that. I will put the animation up in a second to show you wind direction and crosswind element. Give me a second. That's what Dean has to look forward to in January. ATR. Sierra 3,
Sierra 3, right turn Sierra, contact ground 121 HM, so 53 Sierra. Pitch now, step in. Romeo India, thank you.
Adrian rewinded. See? Everything's a quiz here. You have to be paying attention.
Sierra India, Romeo India, contact Western Tower 122.14, bye-bye. 224, 2 minutes.
Alan Lee, afternoon to you. So a number of new restrictions visible in the NOTAMs today. Parts of 1.6 and 3.4 not allowed to be taxied on. Hence why we have a what looks like a 321neo or an XLR in no man's land there. Luke. So Luke, if you're on the mobile app, go down and click your channel picture. When you're on the YouTube homepage, go down and click your channel picture in the corner and then click view profile, and you'll see a little pencil button. Press that and you can edit your @. I believe they are limiting the amount of times you can edit it, so choose wisely. Dima, we have taxiway and apron expansion works going on all around here. Just in front of where the Aer Lingus is here currently will be the entrance to the new underpass. That won't get underway properly until January, but they have commenced some works there, hence why the lifebuoy is there, because they've dug a big hole. The expansion works down here on the taxiway and apron are what is introducing the displaced threshold every day as the machinery moves across. They don't want it conflicting with inbound aircraft, so they move the threshold of the runway closer to us. That happens at 1:40 today, hopefully. We have seen it cancelled when weather is messy though. Donald in North Carolina, welcome and thank you very much. Adrian was looking away, you see, everything's a test. Our next arrival will be an SAS from Oslo. Widgie should be picking it up fairly shortly once it hits the 3,000 feet mark. Patricia, afternoon. Dima is in Philly. Thank you for joining us.
Can I have a 60 kilo Dublin, go on to surface wind 21, the other is 15 knots, runway 28 left, clear for land. Go on, 28 left, clear for land, 60 kilo.
Now I know the sun is over here, but we'll have a look and see. So those sudden changes in direction from the socket that you see there, that's what generates wind shear. Our place to be parked. It looks like it's on one of the active taxiways, but I can't tell from here. Adrian will rue the day if he misses another thing, huh? You knew where I was going already. Get out of my head. May. So obviously the widget on the screen that you see there will give you the aircraft type. It will be too big and intrusive to put the full name or the full make and model of the aircraft on the screen. However, if you go over to Dubjet, each inbound aircraft gives full make and model on the little arrival card that pops up. See Rue later. Scraping the barrel with that one. I know. Afternoon to you.
right here, 740. Runway 18, Bravo Yankee, wind 210, 14. Clear to left. Connect with left, that's on, Ryanair 18, Bravo Yankee.
So, microphone going in the pocket just to protect it from the wind a little bit. Chafing. I just seen what John typed. Class. God bless autocorrect. Oh, I will be. It's the little things. Hello. So, based on the forecast I was looking at, peak winds tomorrow at the moment, or when I looked earlier this morning, were in the afternoon. Now there's a chance the storm could move faster and there'll be early morning. So I'll keep monitoring and I'll schedule the stream accordingly. So it's Storm Bram tomorrow. I'm stoked for it. I need a little badumtish sound effect, don't I? Caroline, no, thankfully it's about 12 degrees. Whenever we get these storms in off the Atlantic, the temperature is raised, so you're proud of me, don't lie. Welcome to 4 hours of me just blurting out the random nerdy stuff that goes through my head. You'll be happy to know you can't hear me on dub track if you're watching it there. Yeah, Caroline, when I turn to the side here, you'll see it is a tad hazy, all right. Just about saw the wave. There's a better one. Yes. Caroline, I also have the camera on manual focus. It won't fit every zoom level perfectly, but it just means we're not jumping in and out of focus as the aircraft are moving around in the wind. So you can see as we turn directly in line with the sun, the haze increases. Got really dense there for a second. Andy, thank you very much.
left 28 left. 159, move to approach number 1, wind 210, lead at 1 knots. Clear approach, 159.
Zach? No. There was not.
Thank you.
Zach says Storm Bram has been named for tomorrow. I did reply to you on Dubtrack yesterday, Zach. Zach, I will be here, yes.
Second chair, 5 chairs.
Marky, welcome back. That was a little while. So May, if you remember, for a little while we were running the Lurkers Lounge as a separate feed in order to not interfere with Dubjet and confuse people. I've moved it over to a separate channel. So if you're on YouTube, search at Dubtrack Live. So that's where our full tracking ATC platform is, and it also, while I'm live here, has a feed from the camera as well. Eido, chat soon. Paul, afternoon to you. Well, Zach, they can only, it looks like the earlier part of the day has potential for 1-0 left, and then the afternoon looks like 2-8 left. So I'm going to have to time things well, that I'm not caught out with a runway change. That's what I'm watching. So there is a shift in the wind direction tomorrow between 11 and 12ish currently. That'll probably change as the forecast refines a little bit. So I have to watch and see. There's no point being here at 9 in the morning and setting up on the north runway and then they move over to the south runway at 11. So we'll see what happens. Can I look down to the 400s LRB? So May, what was happening was when I was running the Lurkers Lounge as a stream on this channel, people were missing the mainstream and only seeing the Lurkers Lounge. So I gave it its own channel and it's over there. Now that runs a lot of the time. I'm obviously trying to get it to run 24/7. I've coded my own tracking based off ADSB, similar to the logic that's displaying the widget on the screen in front of you. It just has more info over on Dubjet. ATR next by the sounds of things. Rob, afternoon to you. Gonna see it. Oh, tippy toe. Got there though. Tippy toed it and we'll still make Sierra 4. Look at that.
Sierra 4 right on Sierra Gentleman.
Bandit, welcome back. The class of EIDW was the thing, wouldn't it? Stand by. Gonna be loud. Oh. Alistair, Afternoon.
Ocean 4, Tango 10-5, half mile. Hotel, hello, continue approach, number 2, wind
John saying Neo in from Vienna.
Sure, 5 right here.
Means nothing to me though. Adrian, this is as a result of being completely ignored at home, and I build it all up and release it in a stream, because I'd be divorced if I told all these jokes at home. It's the truth. Nice geometric livery private jet in the next 3 minutes. Is that the cops or the other one? That's them, isn't it? Based out in well, one of them's based in Manchester a lot of the time. Oh,
Up we go.
Ryanair 88, either contact radar on a 132.58. 132.58, Ryanair 88,
DCS LS, not the cops. Okie dokie.
Approach there on runway 28 left. The reason is unknown. The wind is 210 degrees at 9 knots, runway 28 left. You're clear to land. On runway 28 left, advance at 17 Thank you for the information. Tower Shower 952, 6 miles, 2 left. Approach, sure, number 2, wind is 210 degrees at 9 knots. Continue Shower 952.
Yeah, so at the last moment it looked like they sank very quickly, which is usually as a result of wind shear. They did keep the gear down a little bit longer, but the minute they hit, I think they knew they were going round. The power was on very quickly. I didn't see whether the spoilers deployed or not and came back down. I was too busy getting annoyed at myself for talking. That'll soothe the mathematically brained ones of you. Froggy. Incoming. Again, we have no clue. We're just stood here on the ground looking at them going, ooh.
Hello, Shamrock 40 kilo, we're established beside us. 28 left, 6.5 miles. You're about 2, wind is 210 degrees at 11. 2, continue Shamrock 40 kilo.
No ground spoilers. Okay. May, yes. I've said before, I started my private pilot license when I think I was 16 or 17.
Right here, around 100. Right here, pathway.
Edinburgh moving again. So they've obviously cleared the BA off the runway. I imagine if that BA suffered hydraulic failure, like someone said, they weren't going to be able to steer it off the runway anyway. It was going to have to be towed off. So they done well, even if it was a complete loss of hydraulics. Laura, afternoon to you. We are 10-15 minutes away from potential displaced threshold. So we'll see the ground crews out closing off the first part of the runway like we did the last day. John, afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Ryanair.
And once again, it looks like it's gone. So NOTAM was there when we started live, and now it's not. Is that frequent? Anyone that's in the flying industry? Is it frequent for them to issue a NOTAM and basically delete it? Yeah, Gonzo. No display threshold. Excellent.
Rescue 17 from runway 16, enter runway 28 left. From runway 16, enter runway 28 left, rescue 17. And rescue 17, I just need an inspection up to Sierra 4 there. That was a previous arrival, just did a bit of a touch and go earlier, just want to do a precautionary inspection. And that's all copied, up to Sierra 4, rescue 17, thanks. 17, November Echo, straight to late now. Yeah, right, yeah. 67, Foxtrot, Sierra 4, right here. Rescue 17, yeah, you have time to go all the way to Sierra 7, that's fine. It's 2 minutes to the next line. Copy that, time to go to Sierra 7, rescue 17, thank you. Thank you very much. Downstone 67, Foxtrot, ground 121, bye-bye. Ground 121, 67, Foxtrot, bye-bye.
So the aircraft that went around joining final again. Bandit, I think it's 2 out.
Sir, that's rescue 17 vacated, runway 2 left, that's Sierra 7, runway conditions are dry, and clear. Rescue 17, thanks for that. Hold short to it there for ground 121, that's what I did. Hold short runway 211, contact ground 121, Rescue 17, thanks for that. Ground 17, number echo, wind 200 feet, 9 knots, traffic square left, clear to land. Clear land, to left, runway 17, left, back.
Oh, base, not final. Apologies. Oh, the go around is number 4 to land. Okay, thank you. I actually don't have radar open in front of me. I'm letting you all guide me.
Runway 17 Lima. Runway 60 also wind 200 feet, 8 knots, runway 28, that's clear to land. Runway 27, wheel can't run at 1, 60 around.
I hear a cruiser, but I don't know what it is. Directly above me. Missed approach will be Taration, the ATR, after the ATR. So what you see, and that's why I asked, did the ground spoilers deploy? They deploy automatically. I believe they're based on weight on the landing gear. The pilots can set them to deploy automatically as they touch down. So you'll see them shoot up on the wing when the back wheels touch down. However, on the throttles, there's a takeoff go around button which gives them full power instantly, and that automatically drops the speed brakes or the ground spoilers again, so you'll see them go down. So if we're watching an aircraft landing here and we're thinking it's a little bit off or it doesn't look right, if we see those ground spoilers drop down again, that means they intend to take off again. KC, how do?
Quebec, taxi right here, ground 1218, right here, ground 1218, Timstone through Quebec. Liner 88, kilo, kilo, wind 200 feet, 11 knots, runway 28 left, get land. Good plan, correct, left, I don't know, kilo.
Coming for me. Woo! So, second attempt for Ryanair. No spoiler, look, well, only some of them, look. Strange, isn't it? Wasn't the full, unless I can't see it properly. No, there was, maybe it's the angle. Didn't look like they fully deployed though. Just watching me, look. There we got the wave. We'll compare it to the next Ryanair, but to me it looked like only initially the individual one in the middle here popped up and the others didn't, but maybe it was just the angle. Car spotter from Sweden, yes, there is potential for up to 130 km/h gusts in some places. Before I went live, the most recent for Dublin in the afternoon was 80 odd. That will probably change. The one time you want spoilers in the chat. So it's a good indication if they touch down, those pop up and you see them dropping again. There's a high likelihood they're intending to go around. So there's full. That didn't happen on the other one, look. Car spotter, yes, I will be. Sarah Jane, afternoon. David's saying, could that be the reason they went around? Did the spoilers not deploy? Yeah. Like you saw there, the difference between the two.
Target 8, I'm back 5 to 5 with you. We are fully established at 28 left, 7 miles. Okay, Sherman 525, wind is 210 degrees at 11 knots. Runway 28 left. Turn 9 to 28 left, Sherman 525.
Very nose down when I zoomed in, that's why I went looking at it really quickly. Obviously we're at almost max out zoom there, so the shake will be very evident as I move the camera. Jeff, how do?
Check. So first one is 210 degrees, 8 knots, maximum 15 knots.
So you know they're feeling it when they're asking for a wind check that close. Right here, Grand 28, camera, get 5 going. Yeah, so those of you that would have seen the scheduled stream will see that I had it down as a crosswind stream, and then when I scheduled it last night, that's what the forecast was. Then when I got up this morning, the forecast said maximum 10 knots for the day. And I was like, well, I'm not doing the clickbait thing and leaving it as crosswinds, so I changed it to display threshold that they've cancelled. Might change it now in a minute. Back to Crosswind. Depends on how high the winds get. Like I said, when I looked earlier, I'll have a look now and see if there's any indication. So if you want to have a look, or if you're ever wondering what the crosswind forecast is, if you go onto the website metar-taf.com and then click TAF for Dublin, that's the terminal area forecast, it shows you. So apparently the max wind gust at the moment is meant to be 13 knots, but we've seen it upwards of 20. However, from midnight tonight, they're showing gusts 27 knots, and that only goes up to 11 AM tomorrow so far. That's 27 knot gusts, and it will be up till 11 AM currently looking like reverse ops. That will change. But yeah, with no crosswind runway in service, I think the last day I was stuck in work, if you remember, and we streamed in the evening time to catch the end of the last storm, and there was no crosswind runway. I think we got 17 go arounds. So let's see what spin the wheel weather are saying for tomorrow so far. So that's, by the way, that's Med Éireann. So they have reverse ops ending around 7 AM. And the gusts at the airport up to 6 PM, 80 kilometers per hour. So it's going to be, like I said, I'm going to have to time it perfectly tomorrow. If I come here early and set up north side, we're going to end up stopping and having to move back over. Now, I have no problem with a part 1 or 2, but it's up to yourselves. But yes, I will be covering landings tomorrow. When we have wind like that, it is mandatory. We do have the next wave of traffic on approach. Ryanair from Birmingham, BA from Heathrow, Aer Lingus 330 from LA and Amsterdam, all to come. Irish Locksmith says, if not armed, the speed brakes will deploy when reverse thrust is selected. So even with that Ryanair, we saw there, even when the reversers were open, the ground spoilers / speed brakes only partially deployed.
Runway 28 left, clear to land. Just land runway 28 left, Ryanair 771, okay.
So Graham saying, yeah, strong winds coming. Again, there is some confusion, and you'll see it if you're on any of the weather forums. Even this close, the track of this storm isn't certain. They don't know whether it's gonna, maybe it's more solid now, but they don't know whether it's gonna be a west coast affair or move up through the Irish Sea and hit the UK. vet airing, very much so. So we do have our next arrival on approach. So the storm has been named Bram, B-R-A-M. The outboard are the ground spoilers. That's all I saw. It's really, really triggering Carca that I'm saying speed brakes and ground spoilers into one thing. Really triggering. And you know what happens when I know you're triggered? Yeah. If you're in the market for some free Christmas decorations, be out and about tomorrow because they're going to be everywhere.
Speedbird 826 Tower, good afternoon. Continue approaching shortly number 1, surface wind 210 degrees, 10 knots, gust is 17. Continue. Continue for 28 knots, 26.
Sorry. Speed brakes are inboard, ground spoilers are outboard. But you know, they all come up at the same time, so you could just call them speed brakes.
Speedbird 826, wind 220 degrees, 11 knots, gust is 17, runway 28 left, clear to land. Clear man, coming to land, Speedbird 826.
They got the wave.
Shamrock 9, Mike Yankee Tower, good afternoon. Continue approach, number 2, wind 220 degrees, 11 knots, gust is 17.
Objects in the mirror may be closer than they appear. This is the blue liveried BA by the looks of it, from Heathrow. No, Burby, don't do it. They just love messing with them, don't they? Tom, afternoon, morning for you.
Speedbird 826, Sierra 5, right Sierra. Yeah, 5, right Sierra, see that. Shamrock 9, Mike Yankee, wind 220 degrees, 10 knots, runway 28 left, clear to land.
8 left, clear land,
degrees,
Little
9 knots.
Angry Bird nose cone.
Runway 28 left, clear to land.
So the lightest on the storm will go up the west coast. In Dublin, the wind will start southeast. As the storm goes up west coast, the wind will change to southwesterly. There you go. Thank you, Farmer. There was concern. I don't know whether you saw it, Farmer. You obviously monitor just as much as I do. There was concern. A couple of the graphics released by the UK Met Office, there was a probability of the storm tracking up the centre of the country, and they were very worried about that for a while. A car spotter, I'm not too concerned. Like I said to you, I was very worried when I saw the forecast this morning that there was to be no wind, that I had crosswind in the title. And the one thing I don't want is clickbaity stream titles or thumbnails. That's not me. I do try to keep it as accurate as possible. So when I saw that there was forecast to be little or no wind, I changed it. No AI pictures from me making it look more dramatic than it is. Because no one appreciates that. I know I don't. If I click on something that's like epic snow and the sun is splitting the stones, I'll be like, why? So Farmer saying, yeah, still looks like a west coast affair.
Runner 671 Papa Tower, good afternoon. You approach number 1 wind 220 degrees 8 knots, go 14.
Number 1 right now, set up.
We don't mention CGI, Tom. No AI images, just CGI moves. Hey. I get that from my mammy. Got a WhatsApp off the mother the other day, a picture of the moon, and she goes, "Your turn." I was like, "Oh, okay then." I took a screenshot of the one from the stream and went, "I win."
20 degrees, 9 knots, go 245. Continue number 2 runner 28, no pickup.
Sorry, I'm trying to open something here. It's been difficult. So we've orange warnings for the coasts now. Thanks, Farmer. Needless to say, keep an eye on the schedule. I'll judge what the best time to start is for peak windiness. However, my eldest lad Eric is off, so I can actually be here for the day tomorrow. But I don't think anyone wants to be watching this for 8 hours, do you? We could split it in 2 parts. We could do the first part of the morning on the north side for arrivals, and then we can switch it when they switch runways. I can go get myself another coffee or whatever, and we can do part 2 over this side, so we cover the full day.
Runner 671 Papa right here, contact 121 decimal right.
Bob, how do?
Ryanair 28 Alpha Echo, wind is 220 degrees, 8 knots, runway 28 left, clear to land. Then land 28 Alpha, 28 Alpha.
Got the wave and a thumbs up. Patricia, you know me. If I got the chance, I'd be here all the time. Farmer says heavy rain first thing. Patricia, you know me. See you in the afternoon. Oh, I want to hurt myself laughing. Ouch. I think I actually grinded the gearbox there, putting it into reverse while still moving.
Sorry, baby, they went in to the river, like to the left. Fire 670 November Tower, good afternoon. Your approach number 1 now, wind 21038 knots. What's now, quick fine in, 210 November. Alpha Echo, right on Sierra, contact 121 decimal 8 for light. Right Sierra 118, Ryanair 28 Alpha Echo, cheers, light. Ryanair 670 November, wind is 220 degrees, 8 knots, runway 28 left, clear to land. So next is on Ryanair 220 November.
Absolutely not, no. It's grand though. I can have a bath before I go to work after the stream.
Good day, Gemstone 4-3 November, 4 miles runway 2 left. Gemstone 4-3 November Tower, good afternoon. Continue approach, your number 1, wind is 220 degrees, 10 knots. Continue approach, Gemstone 4-3 November. Ryanair 670 November, right on Sierra, contact 121 decimal. Right. Ryanair 120, runway right. Gemstone 4-3 November, wind is 220 degrees, 10 knots.
Where's the AA? Is it 35,000 feet up?
Ryanair 36 Alpha Bravo Tower, good afternoon. New approach, your number 2, wind is 220 degrees, 10 knots. Good approach, Ryanair 36 Alpha Bravo.
Sierra 3.
Sierra 3, Island, so 14 November. Hey, for Sierra 3, right, Sierra, contact 121 decimal 8, bye. Sierra 3 and 121 18, so 14 November, right. Ryanair 36 Alpha Bravo, wind 220 degrees, 7 knots, gusting 13, runway 28 left, clear to land. Clear to land, Ryanair 36 Alpha Bravo.
Farmer saying, on the weather, Paul, the wind is always strongest on the southern side of the low pressure system. So, Farmer, that's obviously why the winds here at Dublin won't peak until the afternoon, evening. Gemstone 53 Golf, wind is 210 degrees, 8 knots, gusting 13, runway 28 left, clear to land.
Land runway 28, left, give us a second.
Thank you very much. Tom, after gifting a membership.
We are 7.5. Shark 39 Alpha Tower, good afternoon. Your approach number 2, wind 200 degrees 7 knots, close to 13, continue. Can I take you, Sean Marcus, please?
One of these days we'll see a proper stoppie. Yeah, up on the nose. Vacate Sierra 4, right Sierra, contact 121 decimal 8, bye.
Vacate Sierra 4, right up to Sierra, and flight ground 121 decimal 8, so flight to Doha,
Shamrock 39 around, wind 0 degrees 7 knots, 3, runway 28 left, 2 in left, Shamrock 39 Alpha.
If you're around South County Dublin into Wicklow, you're quite possibly in a bit of a rain shower at the moment. Seems to be dodging me. Fingers crossed. That's it over there, making the CGI mountains not visible.
Good evening, Ryanair 424 Whiskey with you. Ryanair 424 Whiskey Tower, good afternoon. Continue approach, your number 1, wind is 210 degrees 8 knots. Continue. Shamrock 39 RL, City right, Sierra, contact 121 decimal 8, bye. Sierra for 21 in Shamrock 39 RL, yep.
T-Rooks might block this one. We'll see. one landing, then a big gap apparently. Let's have a look and see. So we have Ryanair from far away on approach, and then 9 minutes till London Gatwick. Yeah, so things get quiet fairly fast. Let's see how it goes. We were all having a moment, Carca, of inner peace, and you had to go and ruin it.
Echo India Romeo India Dublin Tower. Good afternoon. Your zone entry is approved. Not above 2,000 feet. QNH is 0999. X Pascal. Zone entry approved. 999 number QNH. Echo India Romeo India. And Echo India. Just remain south of the M50 once inside the confines of the zone, and remain clear of the Romeo 15 access 3,000 feet. Copy the Romeo 15, and we'll stay clear of that south of the Echo India Romeo India. Wind check to category signal.
So I'm going to be able to put the microphone outside again because the craziness has subsided somewhat. Hello? You can hear me anyway. Jilly, first rule of the secret chat is prove me wrong by saying it was quiet.
Sierra, contact 121, that's what I call it. Sierra, 218, bye bye sir.
How do?
Copy that. We're at 14 speed on the QNH, heading for the shipping. Thank you. Roger.
Did we get a little ground spoiler wave there, or were they just dropping them? I didn't pay attention. What do you think, Kerka?
Sorry, I couldn't Romeo as the
Anka, welcome.
message. 5 Ventures Park, Club Park. Hey, from you, that's true. Yes, sir.
Lana, hope you're well.
Hello, Ryanair 8762 is them out. Ryanair 762 Tower, good afternoon. Continue approach your number 1, wind 210 degrees, 10 knots. Continue approach, Ryanair 76.
Okay. Things are descending rapidly, and it's not the aircraft. Just trying to keep an eye out for this. I'm guessing it's a helo clear to Ballymun.
Echo India Romeo, India. We'll just head towards Killiney and then back to city centre and return. India, sorry, second. We're just heading towards Killiney over the bay and then returning to the city centre and then back to Weston. Okay, copy that.
Helen snapped. Oh yeah.
Ryanair 762, wind 200 degrees, 10 knots, runway 28 left, clear to land. It's left, clear to land, Ryanair 762.
There'd be no one left in the chat. I replaced the coffee in the mod lounge with decaf without telling them. So be careful, they're on edge. Oh! Steve Dolan. David's gonna get it as well. need proof of life from Carca now.
40, good night.
You're okay, Carca. I avenged you. I avenged you. Oh, I'm gonna get killed for that.
Good afternoon, Fraction 585 Yankee, establishing 2 left to the north. Fraction 585 Yankee Tower, good afternoon, surface wind 210 degrees, 10 knots, runway 28 left, clear to land. Pull out all the way 28 left, Fraction 585 Yankee.
In advance, I love life, and if anything happens to me, it wasn't an accident. Oh, she's laughing. Yeah, I'm in trouble. Ralph Wiggum time. I'm in danger. Dreamweaver, hello. The only good thing about tomorrow is obviously Tuesday is one of the quieter days here at the airport, but if they're staggering or slowing down arrivals, it should space out nicely for us for the day.
Continue approach number 2, wind at 210 degrees, 10 knots. Whatever was fine by approach.
Afternoon. I hope you're feeling better.
Echo India, contact 122.14. Right. Thanks for your help. Echo India, Romeo, India.
I'm sorry. Oh, no, Anne, you misheard. Apparently it's raining in the morning, so no. Nil bite, soggy jocks for me.
Fraction 585 Yankee Sierra 4, right Sierra, contact 121 decimal 85. Sierra 4, right Sierra, and ticket frequency 585 Yankee. Frequency 121 decimal 118, thank you, function 585 Yankee. Ryanair 210 Quebec, wind is 210 degrees 8 knots, runway 28 left, clear to land. Runway 2 left, clear land, runway 210 Quebec.
Kiarka says, oh look, a citation, just like the one you got a few minutes ago.
267, we're island.
Too soon? Too soon?
9.5. Short 267 tower, good afternoon. Continue approach, your number 2, wind is 210 degrees 8 knots. Continue to right.
I'm joking, Anne. So I had said, I was in the middle of saying I'd happily be here all day tomorrow, and then Farmer posted that it's going to rain in the morning, and I went, see us in the afternoon. We'll see. We'll probably split it over 2 streams. North side arrivals first, then I'll go get a coffee and set up for south side arrivals when they change runway. Cemented that landing. David didn't see the yellow cards being handed out. Such lies. Just likes to live dangerously.
Ryanair 210 to Quebec, right on Sierra, contact 121 decimal 8, bye-bye. 0121 Ryanair 210 to Quebec.
Kind of like those little cloths you get with your screen protectors, Adrian.
10 degrees, 10 knots, runway 28 left, clear to land. 28 left, clear to land.
Franks, evening to you.
Hello, Ryanair 75 Mike, 6 miles via left, 28 left. Ryanair 75 Mike, tower, good afternoon. Continue approach, your number 2, wind is 210 degrees, 10 knots. Number 2, Ryanair 75 Mike.
At least the sin bin is warm and dry.
Runner 85, Golf Uniform Tower, good afternoon. Continue approach, your number 3, wind is 210 degrees, 10 knots. Approach, runner 85, Golf. Runner 75, Mike, wind 210 degrees 8 knots, runway 28 left, clear to land. Land runway 28 left, runner 75, Mike. Runner 75, Mike, right, Sierra, contact 121, that's 185. Right, Sierra, 1218, Ryanair 75, Mike, right. Runner 85, knots, uniform, with 037 knots, runway 28 left, clear to land.
That used to be a thing in my grandfather's when the whole family met for Christmas. There was like literally an hour dedicated to reading out those little jokes. Daniela, how do? Franks, some areas have orange, some have yellow. Storm name Bram, B-R-A-M. There's that crazy heavy engine noise again from the last day, but I'm not seeing it. It's weird. Low level rumble, you can hear it in the background. Double waves. Oh, I wonder. Is that what I'm hearing? Is that a generator? Possibly. Daniela, it was earlier. It's calmed down now, thankfully.
wind is 210 degrees 7 knots.
Your price, Ryanair 42.
Correction 532 Delta, vacate Sierra 4, right Sierra, contact 121.8, bye-bye. Vacating via Sierra 4, right in Sierra 121.8, correction 532 Delta. Ryanair 42, Hotel, wind is 210 degrees 7 knots, runway 28 left, clear to land. Ryanair 42, Hotel, wind is 210 degrees 7 knots, runway 28 left, clear to land.
Chris Land 28, that's Ryanair 42, Hotel. Hotel, vacate next right, Sierra 5, generation. Sierra 5 and Sierra, Ryanair 42, Hotel, Hotel. Hotel, country burn on 121, bye bye. 121, Ryanair 42, Hotel,
Yeah, good man, you got me. I had a dream last night, was watching the stream and one of those planes with the propellers came in for a landing and it was inverted. Alright. The good thing about being inverted is, Daniela, you can't poo yourself. So
on a 5 Echo, let's do it left.
Air 95 Echo, hello, wind 210 with 8, runway 28, that's clear to land.
28 left, clear to land, on a 5 Echo.
what if you're dreaming right now and I'm not actually live but you think I am? Absolutely. So, good reminder from Jilly there. The ground is very soft. Any high wind has the potential to lift trees, so make sure your equipment is charged. I will obviously be running the stream through the home server. If we lose power at home, I do have the cloud server to back up to. It'll take me a couple of minutes to switch things over, but don't panic tomorrow if the stream suddenly dies. It's just it'll take me a minute or two to move over to the remote server in the cloud. That will also mean I won't turn dub track on. I'll just keep it ready to go in case we have a power cut. Nicely down for the BA Embraer. Tony, evening to you. You are live. But that's what you'd say to yourself if you were in a dream. Well, it's definitely live.
995 Echo, Sierra 4 right on Sierra and contact Bram 121.8.
Sierra 4 Sierra and then Grand 128. 595 Echo, everyone.
Fingers crossed, Richard. We'll see. If you remember, last year there was widespread power cuts with Storm Air. Or was that earlier this year? Possibly earlier this year. But obviously a lot of people have PTSD from that storm. It's the most searched term on Google for Ireland in 2025. Storm Air. But with the amount of rain we've had, it won't take much wind to start moving trees. So power lines, unfortunately, will be susceptible tomorrow. More so west coast again. Yeah, Jeffrey. That was one of the debates after Storm Éowyn. Why, in the name of God, are we still replacing power lines over land when it causes so much chaos? They should be buried underground and protected from fallen branches and trees, etc. Nick, evening to you. Hope all is well. Saint Albert, patron saint of obscene piercings. Is the bus gonna do it? Oh, keep going, keep going.
Ryanair 9 Alpha, uniform, London 200 with 7 with a max of 1. Turn left, turn it on, Ryanair 9 Alpha. Get forward to your car, 1 bye-bye.
Hello, Triple 65 Ryanair,
Triple 65, hello, continue use our number 2, London 200 with 7 with a max of 1.
Go, Shabba.
Lana wants to know how I know. John sent me a poolside picture. There's a kid sat in the car behind me playing, so we'll let them off. For at least another 3, and then I'm getting down and slapping them. I'm joking.
Ryanair 9 Alpha, uniform, right turn on to Sierra 5, then right again, 1. Sierra 5, Sierra 9 Alpha.
His milestones were whipped out at the pool. Oh, you're after hurting me.
with that.
David says pulled swiftly back there. They were all wondering why he was walking around with big giant 2 letters on his back, 2 capital P's tattooed on his back, and they're wondering why.
Right turn on
Yeah, 5, yeah, Shamrock 165.
Bob, afternoon to you.
Cross 40, the wind 200 with 6 runway 28 left.
Hang on, twin left,
Shamrock 165 over the ground, 160, not too later, bye bye.
Thanks a lot, 118, Shamrock 165.
Shamrock 7, question Ryanair 7 Tango Charlie, hello, continue, you are number 1 now, the wind is 200 with 6.
May,
Cross 40, right turn to
chat soon. Thank you for being here.
Right turn 05 and 0 o'clock for you.
Ryanair 7 Tango Charlie, wind is 210 with 6 runway 28 left, third long.
Just the main line, I say that something was happening.
John Driscoll, evening to you.
Cross 40, on the ground, 1 that's nice, bye bye.
Ground 21, 8 o'clock, 0 mate.
David, I used to suffer very badly with night terrors actually, yes. Where you wake up, or you think you're awake, but you're not really. There is nothing to describe that level of fear.
You are number 1 now, the wind is 200 with 7.
Another spleen rearrangement, Sierra 4.
Ryanair 7 Tango Charlie, right turn Sierra 4, right turn on Sierra.
Right, Sierra 4, Sierra 7 Tango Charlie.
Miss Weasley. Hang on. Who's that?
Turkish 9 Whiskey Romeo, the wind 200 with 7, runway 28 left.
John Kelly. Hope you're well.
Runway 28 left, Turkish 90 is
You know, recovering
Ryanair 7 Tango Charlie,
from
well done.
bowel surgery in hospital.
Bye bye.
Swift recovery, man. Yeah, no, sleep paralysis is not nice. Between the onset of my sudden symptoms back in 2009 for my heart and the surgery, there was a 2-month wait, and they put me on these meds to control my heart, to stop it going into the high rhythm, and it absolutely messed with my sleep. Ruth had to slap me out of it one night. I was sleepwalking and shouting at the bedroom door in my sleep. Just the effect of the tablets was horrible.
Ryanair 64 Alpha Alpha, low, continue, you are number 2. The wind is 200 at depth.
Number 2, continue, Ryanair 64 Alpha Alpha.
Turkish Airlines from Istanbul.
Rescue 13, hold short of 28 left, 1 possibly 22 on before inspection.
Copy, what's short there, 2 left.
39 with you, Romeo, right turn on.
Just wanted an excuse to slap me.
Alright, 05, 0,
Ryanair 64 Alpha Alpha, the wind is 200 at 8, runway 28 left.
Runway 28 left, there's 1, Ryanair 64 Alpha.
Ruth said to me, get back into bed or I'll floor you. Oh Jerry, absolutely. I'm stoked. Now, who passed the test? Tom got it.
Ryanair 5 keep up, continue near approach, runway
How could the runway be wet when it's been dry all afternoon?
008 on which way to land.
Get down runway 2 left, line there, 51 wish to go.
213, thanks for speed. Contact burn, no 121, bye bye.
Ground 1218, rescue 13, bye bye.
Go outside and look south and look at the nastiness approaching. Wouldn't scare me, the wife talks to me like that all the time. Did you see what I did though? That's the question. Matt says it was Daniela's inverted ATR.
Zero five, five over to go. They're not right there, front, but my girl. Did I have a good afternoon?
Patricia says Helen knows not to wake her. The worst thing she can do. She's got to set up a set of sunglasses. Sarah Jane. No, you can't, to be honest with you. Completely random. They say it's your brain processing stuff from during the day. When did you see an upside down ATR during the day? Do you know what I mean? Dermot, thanks very much. Watching streams and the phone isn't set to rotate. I used to have the problem where I was huge into gaming, and I don't mean when I was younger, I mean early adult life. Used to play games a lot, sit up all night playing them, but I'd go to bed and my dreams would be in the format of that game. As in, it'd be a normal dream, but everything would look like the game, if you get me. Johnny Scott, evening to you. So, for those who weren't here, the plan is Storm Bram tomorrow. We're going to split it in two. And that's simply because it looks like there will be a runway change halfway during the morning. So we'll set up north side, get the early morning arrivals during the storm, and then we'll move south side to this location for the afternoon once the runways change.
Tower, Mike Kilo Golf is fully established ILS 28 left at 6.6 miles.
Mike Kilo Golf, hello, continue number 2,
Continue approach number 2, Mike Kilo Golf, thanks.
There's nothing worse actually, car spotter, when you rotate your phone to look at something and the thing you're looking at rotates as well. Back to the way it was before you rotated. Daniela, we'll see. It depends on how badly the pillars here are getting battered. Obviously, we're elevated at this location with our tripod up on the pillars. I can bring it back, but you're not going to be able to see it too well. You can probably just about see. We're on one of these, so if the wind's coming from the south, these blocks get it head on, coming from the right of the screen as we're looking now, and it doesn't make for the most stable of tripods. Bob says, good day everyone, just want to say thank you to the person who gifted me membership. It's much appreciated. Fair play, Bob. Farmer, better charge the phone for tomorrow. Now, if that changes, you'll see it in the schedule, but as it stands, I think that sounds like a solid plan. Start early, north side, and follow the runway change.
Bravo Victor, hello, continue to our number 1. The wind is 190
Come in.
David, it's more so, believe it or not, my calf muscle that suffers when I'm stood here, just on my left leg, because obviously I don't move around too much. There's not much room to step around, so standing still for a long period behind the camera here There we got the wave. Cool little LEDs, see? Just in there behind the wing.
Good afternoon, Ryanair 590 Echo.
Ryanair 590 Echo, hello. Continue, you are very shortly to
Tom.
number 1.
Shatsu.
Thank you very much. We'll continue, Ryanair 590 Echo.
Do a few star jumps on the pillars. Yeah. What's the worst that could happen? Daniela, I always wave even if they don't. Wendy, evening to you. That's why he's known as the waving lunatic. Just one of the many names.
Continue shortly becoming number 1. Wind is 200 at 8, max of 13.
LTB. I know that's how I know about this channel. When I landed at Dublin, there was a guy with a camera perched on a pillar waving like a lunatic. The one-armed bandit, that's completely unrelated to stream, and I don't know how he knows about that. Cathy, evening to you. Again, Sierra 4. Passengers, please meet the chair in front of you. David, yes, there's some I recognise, and there's some that have reached out to me, know I'm here, look for clips of their landings and stuff like that. So yeah, obviously they get to know me. I do my best. Obviously they'll know the van parked here too. Matt, it does, and it sounds like more than one of them from what I could hear. Little Trijet Falcon.
at 8 with a max of 13.
Yeah, when they know I'm here, that's why they're braking like that. Again, I really like this colour.
Michael, India, right turn to Sierra 5 and right turn on to Sierra.
Sierra 5, Sierra Mike, coming here.
Ryanair, 1 uniform Mike, this is 190 at Jeff with a max of 13. Runway 28 left, Switzerland.
Alright, Jeff, Ryanair, 1 uniform Mike.
Michael, send you over to Bram, 121 Jeff. Bye bye.
118, Mike, keep Mike coming here.
No, he's going to look at me. So, Jilly, for a while, obviously the number of little jets coming in did drop with the cap. They weren't granting the spots, but with no cap in place, they can come in as much as they want. Totally different colour to the picture on flight radar. What colour is it on radar? Getting a new Corolla Cross in that colour. Yes. Adrian said on flight radar it's the default colour of wavy red lines and white. Yeah, so the widget that I'm using here and on the dub track works off known routes. So it takes the call sign and runs it against known routes. So the small froggies and private jets aren't going to show, neither would charters. Daniela, it is starting to get dark and we're not on the bigger cameras, so we'll suffer that little bit more. That's all that's left of the sun there. It looks like there's nothing inbound for ages. Okay, let me see. I shall have a look. If that's the case, we may call it. No point staying here for a half hour. I have to finish a half hour anyway. So, yes, Helen is correct. Woo. If you're in Mullingar, go outside and listen to the C-130 above your head. US Navy C-130, call sign Ranger 92, currently overhead. Going to be landed in Shannon for anyone down that neck of the woods. 29 minutes away from Shannon. So Franks, we're just looking, there's 24 minutes before the next arrival, so we'll probably call it. I will schedule the Storm Bram first part later on, and obviously we'll have part 2 during the day where we move over to this side. Oh no, I'm not a flight controller, no. I'm more akin to the fella that's in Thomas the Tank Engine. Bob, it didn't, no. The NOTAM earlier on. So they released the NOTAM at 9 o'clock this morning saying there was a displaced threshold. And then they didn't. David, happy birthday, 64 today. About to cross path near Tullamore. If you go outside and look up, you will now get an A380 crossing with a C-130. Why do you get all the good planes there? Huh? Car spotter, I'm Paul. Right. So, on that disappointment that there's nothing moving, so I will schedule in the next hour or two tomorrow's first part of the stream. I'll watch the weather, see how we're looking, and I'll see us all in the morning. Chat soon. How are you?
There's much to see from here.
There's nothing for the next 20 minutes.
Okay.
So you got here right on time.
Are you streaming it?
Yeah, it's live, yeah. I can hear you. You can say hello before
Hello.
I go. Right, see you in the morning.
I tried to get across the way there, but it couldn't.